All right, Laura, thank you so much. Now, I'm sure everybody is well aware that music can really, really add to a film. Anytime, the music swells and the lyrics are just right and everything fits just together perfectly, it's magic. But that magic doesn't just happen. It takes guys like our next guest to actually make it happen. A San Diegan, as a matter of fact. Rick Harschel joins us here this morning. You've been in the local scene here for how long, you think, in San Diego, if you had to add it all up?
Gosh, since the early 80s.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And playing in what kind of venues, what kind of bands?
I played in rock bands primarily. Played Belly Up, House of Blues, the Bacchanal when it used to be there. Of course, the Tiki, which is not there anymore down in PB. And anywhere musicians will play anywhere.
Anywhere that'll happen. We're going to talk more about that in just a couple of seconds because
Yeah.
I love the tribute band that you're in right now, and I've got to come see you guys.
Oh, you do?
Well, we'll talk about that in just a second.
All right.
We're talking about music and films today, and you have no fewer than 7 songs featured in an upcoming film with a name cast that everybody's going to know. Everybody knows Ray Liotta.
Oh, yeah.
The movie is called The Identical.
The Identical, yeah.
How does this happen? How does a musician suddenly find 7 of their works in a film? Yeah, the music gods smile down upon you.
I really feel that way. It's there's a lot of coincidences, but yeah, it's pretty remarkable. A lot of people would die for that.
Oh,
opportunity.
absolutely. Now, I know composers that write just for film, and that's not what you do. But you had a clue that your music was being considered
Correct.
for a film as you were in the process of writing these 7 songs.
Correct.
So what kind of songs are they, and how do you go about writing when you suspect that you're going to be in a film, but you don't know specifically?
Well, we were told that the film spanned the decades of the 50s, 60s, and 70s. And I'm kind of a child of the 70s. And so that was a natural fit for me and the singer Jimmy Carslake that wrote these with me.
Now, Jimmy's back in Nashville now?
He's back in Nashville.
Okay.
And we have an affinity for rock and soul and all those different elements. And so the producers seemed to like what we were coming up with. And he picked actually 12. We wrote 12 songs, some which will appear on an album coming out after the movie. But then 7 of them fit into the course of the movie.
Tell me what The Identical is about.
Well, in a nutshell, it's really nurture versus nature. Two brothers, identical twins, that are separated at birth because of the depression and everything. And one is given to a pastor and his wife, and the other is raised by the biological parents. And they don't realize they're brothers. And at the end, they kind of connect in a way, and it's pretty neat. It's kind of a way, a theme is finding yourself and who God meant you to be.
Now, this is coming out this weekend, right?
It's coming out this weekend, yeah.
Okay, The Identical with Ray Liotta. So everybody watch for that, and then you're going to hear Rick Harschel's music. In the opening titles, the closing credits, and then 5 songs in between?
Yeah, the very first, it's crazy, but the very first thing you hear is me playing guitar, and I'm doing it in my little house in Poway, and you can send the tracks digitally to because of the way file sharing works and everything.
Right.
And then they put real drums and everything on it. And so there's right at the first thing you hear in the whole film. It's like crazy.
Oh, that is
really exciting.
So cool. So I guess you want to do more of that. It's not your first music that's been in films.
Yeah, and oddly enough, Seth Green, who's in this movie, I was poking around and I realized that there was another movie called Arcade that I had a song in, and he was in that movie. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Oh boy. Well, like you said, things start coming together, and well, it's onward and upward from here.
I sure hope
more
so.
continued success. Oh, I wanted to mention the tribute band. It's a Stones tribute band.
Yeah, it's called the Ultimate Stones, and we do the full 8-piece Stones, and it's crazy fun. Really good band, and come on out and see us.
All right, so watch for that.
Play
too.
around town.
Rick, great to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming in and sharing.
Everybody go see The Identical. It's a great movie, a great family movie.
Opening on the 5th.
Yep.
All right, thanks.